Morning time now. Bright and early with you at 6:46 in the fucking morning. Yesterday was the memorial. I watched it. Liberals were unhinged yesterday, protesting a dead man, protesting a funeral, screaming about Nazis, and Jesus, what a mess. What a mess. Jasmine Crockett on fucking... Democrats have no chance. Like, it's just so dumb. Like, anyone telling you they have a chance is fucking retarded, don't know nothing about politics, should never be listened to ever again. Because, I mean, there is nothing that indicates any blue wave, any victory, nothing. It gets worse every day. Alien Omar is, like, on CNN just shit-talking Charlie Kirk, just talking mad shit. She don't give a fuck. Jasmine Crockett did the same fucking thing. Like, these people are fucking retarded. These people have no political instincts whatsoever. They're so fucking brain dead dumb. And that's who's leading the party. Everyone else that has a little bit of sense is too goddamn old. I mean, they're gonna retire or die soon. They can't save it. So the new Democrats, the AOCs, the Omars, the fucking Crockett's, they're dumb as a rock. They're all dumb as a rock. And there's no hope. I mean, there really is no hope for your party. I mean, there's really nothing more to say about it. They're gonna be more violent. There's no hope. I mean, there's nothing else to say. The Democratic Party has been thoroughly defeated. They have no chance in the midterms. They have no chance in 2028. They have to hope for some type of serious blunder from Trump or somebody. They have to hope the country gets worse and people blame it on Trump. That's it. They have nothing else. There's no coming back from this. It's over. And downplaying the crowd size and downplaying the viewers and all that, that's just serious cope. A lot of coping yesterday. A lot of coping went on yesterday. When y'all gonna realize that coping is not gonna win the election? You understand this? You understand you have a little over a year to figure this out before people go vote. You've wasted the entire year acting like a bunch of lunatics. Think about it. You was attacking the Teslas. You've been lying your ass off all year attacking Teslas. You shot Charlie Kirk, killed him. Like, stop and ask yourself, what the fuck have you done the entire year to win back the voter? Nothing. You've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing to win back the voter. I told you Trump resistance was not going to work. Being the resistance and all that, that's not going to work this time. That's not going to work. And that's your strategy. And it's on steroids, like you're executing people and shit. No hope for your party. I mean, there really is nothing more to say. It's getting to be like the console war, bro. Like, it's over. Like, it's over. I feel very confident. I feel like I'm done. I have nothing left to say. This party's finished. They'll get more violent, which will just be their downfall. So the more violent they get, the more voters they lose. And that's the only option they have is violence. They have no other options on the table. The only option they can use is violence. And using that option causes them to lose the elections. Party's done. There's nothing left to say. There's nothing left to talk about. Like, after what I seen yesterday, I was just like, we're done here. We're done here. We're done with these people. We've beaten these people. What's next? These people are going to be shunned from society. I mean, it's like destiny, man. It's like block destiny. Like, stop letting him rage bait and get views off of it and shit. It's time to block these losers. Stick them in the void where they belong. Shun them from society. Ignore them. Give them no money. Give them nothing. Or just go vote Republican. There's no reason to vote Democrat. There's no reason to debate anymore. There's no reason to argue. If you need to be argued with at this point, you're an absolute low IQ retard. If you're still trying to defend Democrats in any way, shape, or form, you're an idiot. It's an IQ test at this point. So if I see anybody shilling for Democrats, I just assume really retarded person or a paid shill. That's it. I see no reason to debate them other than just for a laugh. I mean, they don't argue, they don't debate in good faith, and so even when they get dominated, they'll act like they won or something. It's a very sad group of people. A sad group of fucking losers. I mean, they're done. They're done. Their approval is going to be in the tank after the polling comes out. After this assassination and after this celebration they did, the polling's going to be just in the toilet for them. And they just keep going. I mean, there's no stopping. They didn't miss a beat. They just, Nazi, fascist, he deserved it. Like, these people are retarded. They're retarded. I don't think there's anyone on the left that has sense anymore. There's no one left. We're getting to the bottom of the barrel of the leftists here. Now, there's millions of bottom of the barrel, violent, lunatic leftists. I know people want to say this is a fringe thing. No. At least 50% of the party is violent lunatics. You have to come to terms with that. The polling backs that up. 46% of liberals said violence was acceptable to achieve your political goals. So, half the party is willing to kill you to win. And the other half has a choice to make. They can jump in with these violent people, or they can leave the party. And it's time to start pressing people on this. It's time to start pressing people. Hey, brother, are you a violent leftist, or are you a Republican or an independent? Because if you call yourself a Democrat from now on, I'm going to assume you're violent. I'm going to assume you're a bad person. I have no reason not to at this point. This is what the Democratic Party represents. Violence, stupidity, arrogance, smug, and it's okay to be smug if you've done something, but these people are smug and arrogant for no reason whatsoever. I mean, they have no reason to be acting like that. They're wrong all the time. They're dumb as a rock. They have no reason to be acting that way. So, you have a choice to make, Democrats. You have a choice. If you want to continue to call yourself a Democrat, then I'm just going to assume you want to kill me. I'm going to assume you are a violent nut. Because anyone with sense, after the last week, what we've seen, anyone with sense, any Democrat that has any sense whatsoever has left the party. Those who remain after all of this, I'm going to assume you're a fucked up person. You're a piece of shit person. And if you don't want to be thought of that way, well, you got a choice to make. And this is a full circle moment. We have now come full circle to now what you tried to paint MAGA like and Republicans like, now everyone looks at you like that. You're evil, you're violent, and we have proof of it. We have tons of proof to back that up. So, you're done. And we're really going to get a sense in the next 2 elections how many of you are left. How many of you support political assassination? If you go vote in the midterms for Democrats, you support political. I'm telling you, this is just this is what you need to hear and what people need to fucking tell you, because this is the cold hard truth. If you vote Democrats in those midterms, to me, that is you supporting this assassination, supporting political violence. There is no, I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not debating it. Just know, if you go out and vote for them after this, I take it as you supported that. You supported him getting shot and killed. Because when you go reward this behavior, there is only one way to think about it. And I don't want to hear that this is just one. No. The time for lying and bullshit is over. The time for debate is over. Debate's over. You guys have already been thoroughly defeated in the debate of ideas. You've been destroyed. I know you want to cope. I don't give a fuck about that. You motherfuckers have been annihilated in debating. There's nothing left to debate. All of your ideas, all of your policies, they do not work. You've been destroyed by far superior, smarter people than you. We're done debating you. Done. Get that through your fucking head. We're done having an abortion debate or this debate or that. You're done. That's done. And you know it's done. That's why you started killing people. You know it's done. You know you can't, It's over. You can't win the debate. So you have to try to intimidate and put fear in people, and that's not going to work either. So you have a choice to make. You go vote in that midterms for Democrats. I don't want to hear no more from you. I'm just going to assume you're a violent person. You support political violence. I'm not debating you about it. I don't want to hear, oh, come on, Smokey, that's not fair. I don't care. I don't care anymore. You go out and vote for them next year, you're violent. You're an enemy. You're violent. You're someone that needs to be put in prison. You're dangerous to society. Because any sane person is not going to reward what we saw with their vote. The whole party has to be punished. You have to be punished. You have to pay a price for what you did. You don't get to win the election. You don't get rewarded that way. A message has to be sent. This will not be tolerated. Any political party that participates in this type of behavior will lose. Not one election, but multiple elections. That's how you stop this type of stuff from happening again. Like I said, this is what I'm saying right now. It's not up for debate. It's not an opinion either. It's a cold, hard, brutal fact. And I'm not debating anybody on this. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Because this is the brutal truth that needs to be said. You vote for that shit. You reward that shit. And God forbid they win. God forbid Democrats get any type of power. They've proven how violent and evil they are. And you voting for them, what it says to me is, you want to kill me. Like, you want to take the power and kill and torture and ruin lives. Like, I've already seen you in power. I've already seen what you've done. So, and you've only got more insane since Biden lost. So, and the things you're saying about if you get in, we're getting to a place in this country where if you vote Democrat, you have to be shunned from society. You have to be shunned. You can't be around us. You can't be. It's not just, oh, I celebrate. No. If you go vote in the midterms for the Democratic Party, you are celebrating it. You're rewarding them for killing him. I know you don't want to hear this. I don't give a shit. You need to hear it. There are times, just like with Trump, just like I said, you had to vote for Trump because of the lawfare and they tried to kill Trump and all of this stuff they did. You do not reward that type of behavior with your vote. That type of behavior has to be defeated. If you vote for it, right after it happens, if you go out and reward them with your vote, if you play this game of, oh, it was just a lone. First of all, it was not just a lone nut when 50% of the party supports shit like that. And they're all celebrating and dancing around all over TikTok and shit. And dancing in the street and fucking screaming hateful fucking shit. Holding signs, making t-shirts. Some guy got a tattoo of it. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. So we're at these next two elections it's a test. And after these next two elections, we're gonna be able to see, we're gonna have a number of people that are a fucking problem. That are a real fucking problem. Because it's not just the Democrat policies that destroy the country, the crime, all of this. The voters themselves think that violence is acceptable to achieve their political goals. And we've seen it with the CEO, the healthcare CEO. We've seen it with Trump. We've seen it with Charlie Kirk. We've seen a bunch of free Palestine motherfuckers shoot a bunch of people and scream free Palestine. Seen a ton of that shit. That happened the other day. Shooting up ABC. Some lunatic shot up ABC. They let the lunatic out. They caught the lunatic. Think about this. Lunatic. Sitting on Twitter talking about a race war and shit. Jimmy Kimmel gets fired. This lunatic goes down to ABC, starts firing at the building while there's people inside. He gets arrested by the cops. They let him out on bail. Think about this. They let him out on bail. The FBI re-arrests the guy and charges him federally. What a mess. I'm surprised the guy that shot Charlie Kirk hasn't been released on bail. At this fucking point, as goofy as these fucking liberals are, it's insane. So make your choice. Make your fucking choice. And if you do vote Democrat, you might want to keep that to yourself. I don't recommend telling everybody you went out and voted Democrat next year. Because we're all going to be looking at you. Keeping an eye on you. I mean, this party is becoming really unhinged. But it's inevitable that the vote, it's bleeding voters. I mean, it is just bleeding voters. By the millions. Millions of people are just like, fuck this. I can't do this no more. It's like they're bleeding voters and they just keep stabbing themselves. Opening up new wounds. Just stabbing themselves. Just fucking, let's bleed more. Let me get myself in the leg. Let me get myself in the arm. Let me get myself in the neck. I stab my own head. I stab my stomach. I stab everywhere on my body. And just bleeding. Bleeding voters. Voters fucking bleeding everywhere. And they're not even done. They're not even done. They're going to get worse. They have a whole year plus to get worse. Over a year to do stupid shit. Let me tell you the next year. Okay? There's going to be violence. I don't know if they'll kill somebody else, like a high prominent person. Who knows? It's all that. I mean, there's going to be violence from the left, But who's to say what it'll be? Will they fucking shoot another high-profile Republican? Will they kill an ICE agent? Who knows? Will they, they're probably going to kill ICE agents. They're probably going to kill cops. Will they get another, will they take another shot at Trump? Who knows? But they are going to be violent. You can bet your ass on that. Put your money on that, you're going to win. It's just the level of violence. Will the Charlie Kirk thing be the peak of it? And then it keeps happening, but it kind of goes down, but that's like the peak of it? Or will we see a bigger peak? Will we see something even bigger than this? Even more shocking than this? Who knows? It wouldn't even shock me to see it. At this point, wouldn't even be shocked. It might be shocking to see, but then I'd say, well, duh. These fucking liberals. But the next year is going to be a nonstop hate fest on Charlie Kirk. These people are going to talk so much shit about this guy for the next year. They're going to say such stupid, ignorant fucking shit for the next year. Think about that. Over a year of them just talking shit about a dead guy. You know how many voters are going to turn off doing that shit the next year? You know how many people are going to be saying in a couple of months going, Jesus Christ, they still talking shit about him? Like, you still talking shit about that dead guy? Like, god damn, you hateful motherfucker. Because you can understand the right wing. Right wing gonna talk about him. Because he's been martyred. He's been martyred. But talking shit about this dead guy, like, for months and months and months, I'm telling you, it's going to be so insufferable. People are going to be so turned off by this shit. They're already turned off by it, but my God. It's like you got Omar going on TV using the same language as the guy that killed him. He spread hate. She went on TV and said he spread hate. First of all, and Parr did this same shit. Here's how low IQ a guy like Parr is. He says shit. Like, he tries to play this act where he's like, oh, it's so horrible. Charlie Kirk is so horrible. I didn't celebrate. Yes, he did. First of all, Parr celebrated it behind the scenes 100%. And I know he did because he said, well, if you go out, you say controversial shit, you might get shot. There is danger. You got to know that. And it's like Bill Maher said. It's like anybody making that argument is like a fucking jackass. Because that's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to go say what you want and somebody don't come up and shoot you. So anybody making that argument, what they don't seem to realize is just because you're not celebrating it don't mean you're not making these stupid fucking arguments. You're justifying it. You're making excuses for it. When if it was a Democrat person, they would never make that argument. He would never make an argument like that. He would say, this is horrible. You got to condemn it. This is horrible. And if I said, well, you go out and you say controversial shit, you might, they'd say, how dare you? You're justifying it. That's what they're all doing. They're all justifying it in some way. Some are outright celebrating, throwing a party, and some are just justifying it. Well, he said this and he said that. Well, you say a lot of stuff and it's pretty stupid. What if somebody decided they could shoot you? I can't believe people make these stupid fucking arguments. Well, the things he said, No, I don't know. Like, what kind of argument is that? Why are you defending that in any way? Why are you like, well, yeah, he said some stuff that pissed people off, so they shot him dead. The fuck? Nobody should be defending that. Nobody should be justifying it in any way. This is how fucking fucked everybody's brain is so fucked up that they even make these arguments. That they see him get shot and go, well, he did say some things that pissed people off. Insane. And they would never make that argument for somebody they liked. If it was somebody liked, you'd be saying, oh, this is horrible. You wouldn't be saying, well, he said this and he said that. And you got to understand, when you say stuff like that, there are crazy people out there and they might shoot you. You know, that